Hi, my name is Randy. I'm from Epson, and we launched recently a new golf swing analyzer. So this is part of the wearables part of this convention, but this is actually a wearable that is worn by your golf club. So who are the golfers in the group? Golfers, we got a couple? All right. So I expect really good questions from the golfers. So this is, here, can you pull that out? I'm going to put you to work here. So what you'll see is this is a very small little sensor, weighs less than an ounce, attaches to the grip on a golf club, has an IMU in it, an inertial measurement unit. It's 3 gyroscopes and 3 accelerometers in the device that measure motion. And so we're capturing 1,000 samples per second with that device. Sorry if I get a little too technical, but I think this crowd can handle it. And then we have an app that you actually transmit the data from every swing to either your phone or your iPad. And then what we end up with is a very detailed representation of your golf swing. So what you'll see with this is we've got 3D motion of a golf swing. We can rotate that view so that you can see that down the line. If you're a golfer, you've heard the phrase over the top. So this guy is over the top. I love it. The golfer in the group's moving forward 2 rows. All right. So we've captured his attention. So this is a way for a golfer to understand the very specific details of their motion and their golf swing. And because we're on the golf club, we can actually measure everything that's happening through that swing for the golf club, all the way down to the details of the club head. So this is the 3D swing, but we also get what's called the impact zone. Oh, we lost internet connection. All right. Sorry about this. There we go. All right, we're back. So now you get to see a little of the user interface. So and if you watch the Golf Channel on the weekend, they do very slow or high res motion capture. The golf industry is changing. Used to be driven by a guy standing there leaning on his golf club, watching you swing your swing, and giving you tips. Then they got really high tech and they integrated video. And so then they could video somebody and send them home with a DVD with their video. Now they actually have web portals that'll host your videos and your coach's comments for you. So the golf industry is moving pretty slow towards this technology stuff. We're back online here. So this is the impact zone, and you'll see here down to a fine detail what's happening with the club head. And so you'll see data here like 5 degrees open. So that's the angle of the club face at impact. And that determines where the ball is going to end up, whether it's going to end up in the fairway or not. So if you're a golfer, you would see that this is an inside-in swing path, which is really nice, creates a little bit of a draw on the ball, puts side spin on the ball. So the fact that his club face is open means he's going to start it. If this was the fairway, he's going to start it over the top of these curtains and draw it right back into the middle of the fairway. This is a really good face angle representation of what's happening with the golf swing. But remember, he's a little bit over the top, which is not good. But the fact is, this is the money shot. This is what matters to what's going to happen to the golf ball. It's just a little bit harder to get to this position over the top than if he was coming from underneath or on plane, as we call it. So next screen, we're able to look at the rotation. This guy's got a little bit of goofy stuff happening. You see it up in the up here in this representation here. He's opening the club face, but then he kind of leaves it open as he's finishing his swing. So another thing for a coach to be able to get into the detail. This does not show up on video. This is not something you can see on video, is that specific of that rotation. And you'll see, again, in amateurs, a lot of funny things happening in that phase of the golf swing where they're closing and then reopening the golf swing. So that's a really important metric. And then look at speed here. And so you can see also in this how this golfer is generating club head speed, and the fact that his max speed is where this little arrow is here, if you can see that. He's actually decelerating by the time he gets to the golf ball. So again, just real quickly, Epson is launching into this sports and fitness technology space. One of the examples of that is this. It's called the M-Tracer. So if you're a golfer or you know a golfer, somebody who's passionate about improving their game, this is a great product for them to really understand what's happening with their golf swing. Our ambassador for our brand is David Ledbetter, very famous golf instructor. He says there's really three golf swings for every golfer. There's what's actually happening in their golf swing, there's what they think is happening in their golf swing, and there's what they want to have happen in their golf swing. And at least with the M-Tracer, we can get the first one and the second one in alignment so they can understand if they're making progress towards what they want their golf swing to be. So that's the M-Tracer in a nutshell. Are there any questions about the product? Yeah. There's a comparison function, so you can even compare a driver to a pitching wedge, and see what you should be doing differently in each of those with those different clubs. Driver's a bigger swing, pitching wedge is smaller, but yeah, you can lay one swing over the top to see if you're being consistent. So like a pro, their swings would be identical. Amateurs, we get a lot more variation from swing to swing. So yeah, it's easy to do that.
The device and software.
Yeah, we sell the device, and the app and the web portal are free, but they really can't be used obviously without the hardware. Hardware is available at epson.com/golf is the direct URL. It transfers after every swing. So when you're playing, when you're at the driving range, you make sure that your phone or your iPad is just right there with you, and it sends the data. And what it does is it's constantly recording everything that you're doing. But when it feels an impact with the ball, it goes back and records to when you started at that spot. And then it transmits the data after every swing. So there's no real storage on the device. The storage all goes to the power of your smart device. You do it in your record session. So like you want to record a swing, and then you just select what club, and so if it's not the club that's already pre-selected, you just hit change club, and yep, exactly, yeah. So you can take your app right there to the driving range. You can take swings and look at them as you're working, as you try to change something to see if you actually did it, because sometimes it feels like you changed something and you didn't, kind of thing. So so that's a great training aid for that. Not yet, but better than tips in the app. Underneath each screen in the app, there's a button that says description that tells you what's on that page to give you, if you don't know what all this stuff means, it explains it. And there are going to be tips from David Ledbetter on generating more club head speed, video tips. So like 60-second David's favorite tips on the golf swing. If you're not familiar with David Ledbetter, he's currently the coach of Lydia Ko and Michelle Wee on the LPGA Tour. His players have won 28 majors. He has 20 golf academies around the world. He's probably the top golf instructor in the world. So, yes. Yeah. Is the person who's after me in here? I just want to make sure I'm not taking their time. Are you next? Okay. Am I over? 2 minutes, okay. You can start setting up if you'd like.
So how can I install this?
Yeah, so this is just a little bracket. There's 3 sizes of brackets for the different size golf clubs. This goes on the bottom of the grip, and then you slide the sensor onto this bracket. I didn't. It's $249. So I didn't bring a golf club. Lucky you. Otherwise, I would have hit golf balls at you guys. I think it's 15 grams. 90% of all golfers can't feel the weight, and I think the ones who claim that they do feel the weight are actually they see it, and so they sense it, but even pros can't feel it on there.
This sits on the grip.
Yes. Yeah.
What is the battery life?
4 hours.
Continuous play. 4 hours of continuous play?
4 hours of continuous, yes.
What type of sensors are inbuilt in?
IMU, so accelerometers and gyroscopes.
So does it go through cellular network?
No, it goes to your smart device by Bluetooth.
Oh,
Bluetooth, standard Bluetooth to your smart device. Thank you very much.